Today is about survival. Welcome to WWE Main Event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Buckinghamshire, England, weighing in at 210 pounds, Kit Wilson!
Please tell me my eyes are deceiving me. Kit Wilson is not walking to the ring with a flag that reads toxic masculinity.
It certainly does, Byron. And as you can see from the WWE Universe, there's a few members that are actually in his corner. Welcome into Main Event. Vic Joseph alongside with Byron Saxton. It's a huge day, Survivor Series, but this is Main Event, and this is a new version of this man,
Well,
Kit Wilson.
here's my immediate question, Vic. Is this new version of Kit Wilson going to survive his opponent?
Oh, well.
As he waves that flag with such pride.
I don't really want to answer that one there,
Yeah,
Byron. I'll
because
leave
you don't
that up
believe
to
it.
the
You don't believe it.
imagination. Because he is facing this man.
And his opponent from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest!
Byron, how does this man, how does this superstar, how does this former world champion get back into championship contention?
Vic, you're going to think my answer is very simplified,
Okay.
but it truly is. You just win. The last taste that Damian Priest had in his mouth was that loss in the last time is now tournament. It has sat with him, but now you come out here tonight, you get some revenge, you beat up on Kit Wilson, which is a likely possibility, and you feel good about yourself, and you simply build on that momentum.
I'm glad you bring up his opponent who just took a few extra steps back. I think you've answered your own question you asked me moments ago. Well, what would a victory do? Honestly, what would a victory do over Priest for Wilson?
I think it gives Kit Wilson legitimacy. There's still a lot of people out there that question whether Kit Wilson can truly be a player here in WWE, especially as a single superstar. We've seen the uptick in aggression, but you come out here and you take down a former world champion and Damian Priest. Oh, now all the eyes are on Kit Wilson.
Topic of championships, the current world champion CM Punk is getting set for War Games coming up at Survivor Series.
Look at Survivor Series, the chaos, the lawlessness, the anarchy. I am on the edge of my seat, ready for War Games. But my question is Kit Wilson actually ready for Damian Priest?
I can't necessarily answer that, but I do want to bring this up about Damian Priest because, look, he's standing center of the ring, calm, cool, collected. Do you credit Priest with being able to stay even keel, like you just said, last taste of victory or last taste he had in his mouth is a loss?
I'm kind of surprised Priest hasn't flipped out. We've seen what he's done to Kit Wilson in the past. Threw the guy through a wall, pushed him in a wheelchair. The fact that Priest has remained this composed, maybe it's a little reverse psychology.
He's certainly had a roller coaster of a year. He's taken the waves as they have come, but you got to imagine right now things not so good for Kit Wilson. Wilson, though, charging right back in, ducking underneath the spinning leg and getting out of dodge quickly.
See, this is, I don't get it, Vic. I don't understand this because you know this is not going to end well for Kit Wilson because it,
I think you're just jealous of his
nice
move,
swivel.
man.
I appreciate that.
See, as soon as your eyebrows raised up. Oh, nice sharp elbow from Wilson. And quite a forearm from Priest.
So it begins.
Decorated superstar is Damian Priest, former United States champion, also former NXT North American champion. Byron, how do you think Priest would fare in an Iron Survivor Challenge matchup?
I would think if you look at Damian Priest's career, you say that he would fare extremely well. That Iron Survivor Challenge is all about strategy. It's about endurance. Let us not forget, this is a man who had that Money in the Bank contract, which he cashed in at WrestleMania to become world champion.
Yes.
That's all the strategy you need.
Talk about Survivor Series being here today, next Saturday in San Antonio. It is WWE Deadline, my favorite NXT event of the year. And Kit Wilson just getting out of the way, and now Wilson starting to pick up the aggression, as you mentioned earlier, this new side, this new style of Kit. But does Kit Wilson not have to stay on the opponent, not let Damian Priest get back?
Duh. I mean, anyone with common sense would assume that. And that's a problem, I think, with Kit Wilson. He shows flashes of brilliance. He shows more and more flashes of that aggression we've talked about. But you have to sustain it throughout the match.
Thanksgiving just the other day, I wonder if Kit is actually thankful for anything. As Wilson looking to fly, and that is a interesting way of taking down Damian Priest. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
It doesn't have to be pretty. Right now, this is again where we talked about Kit Wilson cannot allow any reprieve for Damian Priest. Stay on that man.
So we'll say when it comes to Kit Wilson, he seems like the guy at Thanksgiving that would have the last slice of pie, so to speak. As Wilson, target acquired, flying through the air and just got caught.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
You can go right ahead. Damian Priest, whoa, counter. Shoulders are down, center of the ring. Great job by our official, and just another near fall in this matchup as Kit staying right on top. Ooh. High impact, unique style of offense into the cover and just kicking out. And at one thought, you would have thought Kit Wilson did more damage to himself, but that was some innovative offense.
And that's what Wilson needs. You got to surprise your opponent, not just staying on him, but give him the unexpected. And maybe talk trash while you're doing it.
Talking a little bit. I think in some ways, Wilson, I don't know if you agree with this or not, Wilson feels overlooked by some.
Of course he does. Kit Wilson was seen as a tag team competitor. Well, I tell you what, he's not being overlooked right now by Damian Priest.
We're talking about being a tag team competitor. There's no one for Kit Wilson to tag right now in this juncture as Damian Priest connecting with a couple of right hands. Priest right now.
Unleashing some of that quote-unquote toxic masculinity.
What time you said that?
I think you take it as a compliment, actually.
He might. And charging right in comes Priest. Damian Priest picking up some momentum. Boom! Another big elbow, and now Priest is the one who is fired up. Priest is the one who is looking to inflict the damage.
Kit Wilson is the one who has no idea what zip code he's in at the moment.
Certainly could be looking to take a wild ride here in just a moment. Bam! Big clothesline from Priest to Wilson.
Oh, the straps are coming down, Vic. Damian Priest has Kit Wilson right where he wants him.
And for Priest, sends Kit on a trip south of heaven.
Here is your winner, Damian